Summer's in this one little room and Tommy's trying to talk to her and she's hugging her. Summer start crying. Bro, I could not believe it. I started cracking the up. I couldn't believe she was making noise. You're bawling, making noise.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
and
my
the
God.
funniest part was Tommy saying, "Bitch, shut up."
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, talk, talk.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Sienna Luck, and this is
Jesse Strange.
And we are back at it again with another episode. And of course, we have you, your regular Baddies USA recap.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
I'm excited.
Right, the regular program.
Mhm.
So,
But if you guys are new, hello, welcome. We're the Petty Headquarter Podcast. We cover things like pop culture, internet culture, reality TV, and baddies, of course.
of course.
And for those of you returning, welcome back. Shout out to the Petty Posse. Shout out to the Petty crash outs. Crashing out per usual.
Yeah, no, we got some serious crash outs
Yeah.
added to the team.
Hell
and
yeah.
some serious crash outs letting themselves be known.
Yep. And we
Shout
love
out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for always coming back and supporting us.
All right, so let's just get into this week's dose of mess, y'all. This episode was insane.
Yo.
Insane.
It is.
Insane. Sorry. It was so crazy, yo. It
Yeah.
was so, I have so much to say.
There's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot to unpack, and,
Yeah.
and it's like we gotta go in order, but gee, I want to talk about the elephant in the room so bad. I want to
I
talk
know.
about it so bad.
I know, for real. By the way, you look very presidential right now.
Oh my God, do I?
You
I don't really think I
do.
look presidential.
No, you do. You do. You're giving Secretary of State.
Hell fucking no.
Yes, you
Showing
are.
my stomach, bitch, that don't give Secretary of State.
Yeah, the baddies version. You look good. You look good. I like
No,
that.
I would, I feel like presidential, I would be wearing white. Like, I don't know why. For me, wearing white gives presidential. Red is
you
not
look
me.
good.
Navy
You look
blue
corporate.
is not me.
I mean,
Corporate.
nah, you didn't like presidential, so now you want to say you look corporate, bitch. The fuck?
I definitely don't look corporate. I guess I'll take presidential over corporate.
Okay,
I guess
you're
the
welcome.
baddie version.
How about just a thank you?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It can never be so simple with me. I'm sorry.
No, but okay, so we begin this episode with 20 minutes of fucking B-roll. All right, that shit just was endless. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm on my phone now. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just so used to watching baddies where shit is like quick.
Yeah.
But that shit
Yeah.
was, I guess it was preparing us for what we were about to see.
I guess, but like, because we sit through the intro now because the intro is so fire. So we sat through the intro and the intro's already long, and then we have mad B-roll. So I was like, all right, they
Right.
dragging it. They
That's what
dragging
I'm
it.
saying.
So obviously, Tink and Dolly fight. That's where we leave off on the last episode. So as soon as we start, we just see Tink and Dolly on the bus going at it.
Yeah,
going at it.
exactly.
Security separates it. It's outrageous. Dolly's popping her shit. She has a scratch on her nose.
Yeah,
so
she
her nose
bleeding.
is like bleeding. Right. Tink and Dolly, they're going back and forth, talking shit, all that stuff. Tink is trying to like climb over the security
Yeah.
guard. He's holding her leg. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. She's definitely smiling while she's doing it too.
Right,
Tink
right.
is definitely doing a lot.
Doing a lot. And it's so funny because Summer in her confessional was like, oops, because she knows she kind of like started that interaction that kind of just didn't really need to happen.
Of course. And I think that kind of like projects like the rest of like how I feel like Summer is going to be the rest of the season because, Dolly gets into a fight that was instigated by Summer.
Right.
Think about that. Like, that's supposed to be your quote unquote friend.
Right.
That's the big three. So, like, and then throughout the rest of the episode, which we're going to get into, you start to see like Summer's actions become the consequences of other girls as well.
Right.
Of the big three. So,
right. 100%. First of all, I want to say this. It's looking like it's summer season. It's looking like it's summer season because, bro, every episode so far, summer. And it looked like the next episode, summer again. I'm like, damn, summer is the whole season.
it's giving she's the only villain now. Like
the only for real.
She ditched the other two.
I guess so, because it didn't really seem like they ditched her. She kind of did it first, and then they were like tired of the shit and had no other choice but to fall off.
I wonder, I can't wait to see obviously the full season, but I wonder, because we always talk about how there's always a sacrifice in order to get to another level.
Yeah.
I just wonder how Summer is going to turn out the rest of the season and how the fans are going to interpret her actions. And if she ends up being like favorite villain type shit, because if she is, I swear I'm gonna be like, this is Illuminati shit, bro, because it's really true. Like if you want to get bigger, you got to sacrifice the other people. And she would very interesting.
Now the first group of girls get to the house. We have Tavy, Fauna, Kold Killa, and Scotty.
Yes,
right, and Capri, little doggy, so cute. First of all, the house is huge. That's not even a house. That's an estate.
Yeah, they all said that too.
Because it was a huge property. It was the whole fucking property.
Yeah, but they make it known that the girls are not staying there this season.
That's true.
They're not sleeping in the house. They have, I guess, they go to their Hyatt hotels or wherever they got them at.
Yeah, but this is just to meet up and have like those meetings, those house meetings and the conversation. Right. And so Natalie greets the girls and it's so cute. Everybody's happy to see her and, that's cute. They go inside, they explore the house.
Yeah. And then I think this is like where we follow the girls, Kold Killa, and Fauna are in the back by the pool. And then you fucking see Kold Killa make a joke. She just chatting, talking about if Tavy, if you jump in the pool, I'm gonna pay you $500. Oh
my God.
And then Tavy just runs in.
She actually jumped in the pool, bitch. I was shocked and disgusted because I'm like, $500, that was all it took for you to jump in the pool and mess up your freshly done hair. Mess up the freshly done. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing. It'd be one thing if you got into a fight, you can't really control that, okay? But you willingly took your body and jumped in the pool. Like, that's crazy to me.
And they was all judging her just like that.
Yo, I literally was looking at the screen. Yo, Killa was like, I was just joking. Like, I didn't think she was really gonna do this shit. Like, bro, Scotty comes out like, really? $500? That's why you jumped in?
And that's when Tavy's like, I don't got money like y'all. I was like,
yeah, but she said mostly to Scotty, like, I don't got your money, Scotty. And then Scotty just doesn't know what to say. She's speechless.
Literally speechless.
Because even me, I don't got Scotty's money, your money, I don't got nobody's money. And I'm still looking at you a little sideways. Like, you really, $500, that was enough for you to mess up your hair and your fit?
Yeah, okay, first of all, when I saw that whole episode, that whole part, immediately thought of E.T. And I'm like, if $500 is what it takes to move you to do something like that, then it gives to me that you are going to be Natalie's puppet. You're 100%. Do her dirty work for her. Because 100%. If that moves you, then definitely Natalie is going to 100% move you.
You know what's crazy? There was a video that surfaced on the internet about Tavy complaining on live that she needed money. She wasn't making enough money. She wasn't getting booked as much. And she was complaining about it. And so Diamond, I think she had shared it and commented on it and was like, that's what you get for being like, a fucking pet. If you would have been cool with me, then maybe I would have put you on. I would have worked with you. Now look at you. You're like begging for bookings and shit.
Wow.
And it's really crazy to see because I don't know what the situation is. I don't even know the timeline of when that came out, but it seemed like it resurfaced after this was already filmed. So to me, it's looking like, damn girl, like you shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie though, when we went to Natalie's booking, when she was in New York specifically, she did bring Tavy out, but that could just be here in New York because Tavy's from New York.
Right, exactly. And it's like, I'm pretty sure Natalie's gonna do what she can to help you, but at some point you need to know how to be able to make your bag on your own. You can't just bank off of Natalie the whole time because she's not always gonna be able to be there for you and help you.
100%.
And I also thought about another thing. I know we're getting a little off topic, but I thought about another thing. Tavy, you see how the baddies, how they get booked, they look a certain way, right? And we already know that everybody's always clowning on Tavy for her look. She looks manly. They don't think she's cute. They don't think she's a baddie. And unfortunately, I also feel like that has something to do with her also not getting bookings, which is like fucked up, but you don't think so? Because look, Rolly had to invest in her body.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, there's always creative ways. I mean, I can understand like at the end of the day,
That's true.
Baddies is like
I'm talking about just getting bookings though.
yeah, like sex sells, right? So that like looking the part is also one thing, but I also feel like if you don't, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
You don't have to do bookings. You really don't. You as a person can be a brand itself, and that can look however you want it to look.
That's true.
The point of Baddies is to bring you onto a platform where there's millions of people looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you develop that brand within the show of what type of person you are. What would you like to do with your brand?
100%.
So I don't think it necessarily like needs to be a certain look you need. So as long as you have a personality and you brand it, market it,
Yeah, and her just trying to bank off of just being around Natalie, that's not going to pay off in the end, boo. You're going to have to learn how to get yours in some way.
Exactly.
And Natalie will help you, but you can't just be depending on her the whole time. Figure your shit out, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, right? The girls play with the dog a little bit.
They play with Capri.
It's so cute. It was so wholesome to see that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute.
It was very cute. And then that's when the other girls get to the house.
Yeah.
Now, this is the van full of
Yeah,
bitches.
most of them. Literally a majority. Dolly, Tink, Summer, Big Lex, Rolly, all of them. All of them. Gretch, Nunu, all of them. All right. And so they get off, and immediately Tink is like, she wants to round with Dolly.
Yes.
They go at it. Dolly had that.
Dolly got the first round.
She did.
She definitely got the first round. Then they go at it again.
Yes.
Tink got Dolly was winning that second round because she threw up a couple of uppercuts, and then Tink ended up winning again at that end. And then the third round, Dolly won?
It looked like Dolly was giving her the work, but I mean, that's besides the point. These bitches fight like 3 times, and after said and done, Dolly looks a mess. Tink looks a mess. One of her eyes is shut. Like, Dolly's missing a lash, and everybody's confused. Natalie's confused. What the fuck is going on? Why'd you guys fight?
Yeah, well, also in that fight on the third round, Summer ends up grabbing Dolly's tit.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
And Dolly's like, why are you grabbing my tit or whatever?
Yeah, mid-fight. And I noticed that when Summer, we rewinded it. I noticed that when Summer grabbed her tit, Dolly, they were still fighting, tussling with Tink.
Yes.
Dolly turns back to look like, why are you grabbing me? And then Tink ends up getting a good one on Dolly.
Wow. And security is in the middle of that too, trying to break it up.
Back to what I keep saying, keep this in mind as we talk about Summer throughout this whole episode. This is another point where Dolly, again, is taking the brunt of Summer's actions.
Literally.
And this continues throughout the entire episode, which I find so interesting. I'm like, bro, I feel like Summer came to destroy all her relationships this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, we'll continue.
Yeah. And so Big Lex comes in and she's trying to get Summer off. Because even before that, you see her talking to her like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
right?
and she's getting frustrated with her.
Yeah, she's getting a little frustrated. And then she goes up and was like, stop, you're doing too much. Just stay out of it. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Don't get involved. And Summer's like, I don't give a fuck. And now this is where you heard Big Lex talk about when she's drunk, she just starts gapping at the mouth and doesn't know how to stop. And it's just hard to deal with that.
So this is where Fauna in her confessional's looking around. She's looking around, notices how crazy Tink and Dolly look. And then this is where Natalie tells the girls that, this season she's going to protect her peace and how when she feels uncomfortable, she's going to leave. And it doesn't mean she's going to leave y'all forever. It just means that she's been going through a lot.
Yeah, she's going to remove herself from the situation.
Exactly. And then she talks about how the BGC girls made her act like this the other day.
Yeah.
And how she even had chains for the girls.
Yeah.
That she wanted to give everyone a chain. And then that whole thing happened, so she had to walk away. I don't know, but I found it interesting that she was telling the girls about the BGC moment, because I feel like Natalie can turn that story however she wants because the BGC girls are not there to defend themselves.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. But the chains that she pulled out looked really dope. I was ooh, I love that. It was definitely the font, same style as like the OG Bad Girls Club logo.
Yeah.
I fucked with that heavy. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that shit
you
was
should have been did that. But I guess that's cute. That's cute.
She was like, she wanted to make them feel included, like they weren't, like they were included, a part of something.
Right. You know what's funny is that as this is going on, Killa and fucking Tink start arguing in the midst of it because Killa, she starts talking about how, her and Tink, they had to do what they had to do because it was principle. It's the situation with the song. But as she's talking, I guess she starts talking more and more. There's tension. Tink's responding to her, and now they just start going back and forth.
Yeah,
everyone's over it. Natalie's over it. She's just like, we're not doing this.
Yeah, she's like, we get it. We understand. We overstand.
Yo, that was so funny. She was trying to get them to stop, and they just kept talking. And it was one of those things where you're not gonna shut me up. No, you're not gonna shut me up. Yeah, battle of the egos for sure.
100%. I love Kold Killa. I love the way like she was just over. She was like, over Tink, and she was like, I don't even know you like that, and you over here coming at me, like, just I guess, Kold Killa like really talking her shit.
Yeah, she really was. And now at this point, you hear Nat telling the girls how it's gonna go. We're gonna go on tour. We're gonna have rehearsals. We're actually gonna perform. And in my head, I really thought of Jocelyn's Cabaret in that moment. But it's like they took that I guess what's the word I'm trying to look for? Whatever.
Format?
Yeah, well, I guess. But Jocelyn's Cabaret of them going on tour, performing and all that, and kind of just brought it to Baddies, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I really love how different this is. And I feel like this is what Zeus needs to do as far as like knowing, I guess just not having the same format. The fact that the girls are not sleeping in the same house this season is different. The fact that the girls are going on tour is different this season. Like, I really like it. I think it adds very new elements, and like we're not just seeing the same format.
Same shit over and over and over.
Different girls, but same format where they sit in the same house. It's an argument about the room. Right. Like, this is going to bring a very different conflict. So
for sure. They're changing up the environment.
Yeah, and I love that. I love it. It's very exciting.
Exactly. And I think that's so cool. And at this point, you hear Natalie talking about how she heard some exciting news about Scotty's pregnancy. Then she makes it known that she didn't hear it from Scotty. She heard it from other people. That was very interesting. And then she congratulates Scotty, and it's like a cute moment. It's not like she like tried to take that moment away from her or be shady or whatever. But I just thought it was interesting. Like, damn, she didn't tell her.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said. I looked at Tiana like, wait, did she just say that she didn't find out through her? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's interesting. That's an interesting.
What's your take on that?
I don't know. I thought that was just very interesting because, going back to a couple seasons ago, or a few seasons ago now, where Scotty and Natalie were like this. They were very close. They were best friends.
Yep.
Despite how they treated each other, right? They were best friends and shit. And now that you're in 2025 filming Baddies USA, you didn't even find out one of the most important news to any woman that, your friend is pregnant. Like, it really reflects where they are in a friendship.
I guess they're not friends anymore.
Correct. Exactly.
That's all it is.
It's fucking crazy.
That's all it is.
Well, going back to the Scotty saying all that, did you have anything to say about that?
No, I don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, so going back to Scotty, right? So they ask, oh, I hope it's if it's a girl or a boy. She doesn't know, right? And then Summer's like, oh, if it's a girl, name her Summer.
Yo.
Scotty's like, I'm going to name her Winter before I name her Summer. I was like, oh, she ate with that.
She did. And everybody starts cracking up. Now, the last few set of girls come in. Tesehki, Anna Mac, Biggie, and Mariah Lynn. And they come out and they come inside. And obviously, it's just weird, right? Tesehki's upset. Summer starts yelling immediately, boo! Because, of course, Mariah and her had that issue, and the girls are coming down the stairs. Tesehki is looking at Summer with just utter disgust. Utter disgust. Like, she hates the bitch. Like, she's just, like, grilling the shit out of her. And Summer just won't stop talking. So she talks shit about Biggie's outfit. Then she calls her Rolly by accident. Yeah. It was outrageous.
And you can tell, like, first of all, Biggie looked really gorgeous.
She did. I loved her. It was so cute.
It was so cute. I loved Biggie's energy when she came in.
Yes.
She ate with this confessional when she was like, when the front yard is bigger than the backyard, you know you making money.
For real.
And I was like, nah, that's a fucking fact.
Yeah, you
But-
making old people money, like generational wealth money. Like, that shit is
Exactly.
crazy.
And then she's like, she, goes up to Summer and Dolly. And then, so like, I heard something like, Dolly and Summer were complimenting her, but the cameras weren't rolling, and now the cameras are on them. They weren't trying to say it. And that's when Dolly's like, no, you look good. You look good. And I thought that was interesting because I was like, oh, okay. But I like Biggie calling them out on it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
really like that. But yeah, so Summer calls her Rolly, which I thought was pretty shady.
Yeah, Biggie also explains to Natalie why she fought Smiley, because Natalie wasn't there. She didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
And then you hear Anna and Dolly kind of like going back and forth, and Anna's telling Dolly, like, you traded me to be friends with this bitch. You switched up on me. Like, we fuck with Dolly Lex, no Summer. Right? So now Summer is just going off. And this is where Dolly's like, yo, chill out, hold on, like, I got my own stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, okay, Dolly and Anna are having a conversation, and Summer is like inserting herself into it, and it's just outrageous. And you could tell at this point, even before that, Summer is a little lit. Like, she had the drink in her hand, like, it was just too much.
Yeah, and you could see Dolly getting annoyed because Summer keeps talking over her when getting involved in that confrontation when she's trying to really talk shit out with Anna.
She really was. Like, it was just like she really was trying to just talk it out. It didn't seem like they were going to fight, because at some point Dolly does say, you're smaller than me. I'm not trying to fight you. I know I'm a little bit small too, but still, like, there's just no need for that. And then you hear Summer say, I'm small, and me and Tesehki fought.
Which she didn't fight. She kept running from her.
Right. So what do you, in that season, we didn't fight.
Right.
I'm like, what do you consider a fucking fight?
Like, what are you fucking talking about? She's fucking stupid. That's what she is.
Right. Like, there was no fight. It was a slap.
And at that point, this is where Dolly's getting mad, and she's like, can someone get her out? She literally asked if someone can remove her.
Yeah.
And from then on, still, again, going back to Summer doing extra shit, like everyone's getting annoyed by her.
Yeah. And even Natalie's trying to tell her to stop. Everybody's trying to tell her to stop. Big Gretch, Big Lex, everybody trying to I'm like, what is going on? And she will not stop at all. And so at this point, Tesehki, she's getting upset. So she comes into the scene. She comes on the scene. She's trying to explain something to her.
Yeah.
And boom.
And because Summer's antagonizing her. She's like, so slap me. And so that's when Tesehki's like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna slap you. And
she slapped her so quick.
Bro.
She slapped her so quick.
It cracked me up.
I cracked the fuck up too.
It cracked me up. No, and it cracked me up even more when that little moment where fucking Anna looks directly at the camera and
she goes like this.
Like that.
Because she just keeps talking too much. And at this point, Summer's like trying to slap her back, but she can't really get a hit in. And Summer just keeps going off on the mouth. And like everyone's trying to stop them from having like an interaction with one another. They're trying to stop them from fighting.
And then that's when
I
Summer.
need to talk about this because I was really gagged.
You were.
I was gagged. I was like,
literally, you were.
I was like mouth open the whole time because I couldn't believe she said this. So now Summer is yelling, you ain't no bully, ho, you ain't no bully. And she calls her a fucking R word, okay? A grapist. She calls her a grapist, okay? I can't say the actual word, but when she said it, it was not bleeped out.
No.
We fucking heard that shit. And I could not believe my ears.
Yeah, you had the crumbs of the chip in your hand still like shocked.
Yeah,
like
I
you
was
were
eating
like,
chips.
you were like,
because I was just like, why would you fucking say that? Like, this is a real serious situation between fucking family members. This is a serious, you don't understand how severe this situation is, and you're saying that?
Yeah, like
you're
nothing, like
saying
it's nothing.
That? Like it's like it was water flowing out normally, bro. I couldn't believe that came out of her mouth.
I could. This the same girl that said you look like Emmett Till,
bro. But
she says dumb shit.
You're right. And it shocked me. It shocked me when she said that too.
Yes, she says ignorant shit like that.
When you hear it, it's still shocking. Like, yes, I know she says ignorant shit, but it's still shocking. Like, I'm still fucking gagged. Like, You think it can't get any worse, and it gets worse with her.
No, what really gags me, because that's typical Summer shit. And I get it. I know how, like, it was shocking to hear the audacity.
Yeah.
It's the audacity. But what really gagged me was the fact that Tesehki did not rip her to parts. I gotta say, and I said it in the last episode, I'm gonna say it again. I give Tesehki all the credit in the world for being as strong as she is, because to me, I feel like throughout this whole episode, she gave her so much grace. Despite her even, like, you know what I mean? Like, Tesehki was so nice, because if it was me and I had Tesehki's power, no matter what, whether I had Tesehki's power or not, but if that, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been no mercy.
Yeah, like in that moment, I'm not gonna hold you. I felt very like scared for Summer. I was like, you really just said that? And I was gagged too, because Tesehki, if I was her, I would have did her in.
That's what I'm saying.
Would have did her in. Like, why would you say that?
I mean, and Lex was so gagged too, because she was annoyed.
She
now.
was
She's
like, whoa. Everybody literally was like, no, whoa. You're taking it too far. It was crazy how she said
literally lifted her up above that step and like brought her back. Yo, I was like,
she did. She was like, yo, chill. Like, that's you took it too far. You taking it too far. Like, okay, the situation was the situation. Okay, but now it's like, why are you still, you're taking it so far. And then you keep saying, leave me alone. I'm not trying to fight this gorilla ass bitch. But you keep talking.
Keep antagonizing her.
It was crazy.
The whole episode.
Whole episode. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you really called this girl a rapist? Like, it hurt my ear. It hurt my ear. It was like, chalk on a fucking chalkboard. It was like nails on a chalk. Oh, it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt. I was like, why would you say that? I was gagged, yo. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And now Summer is getting upset with Lex. Summer is getting upset with Lex because Lex is telling her to chill. Gretch is telling her to chill. Rolly's telling her to chill.
You know it's real when Gretch is telling you to chill. Like, what the fuck? Like, Gretch is telling you to chill, bitch. Chill.
Natalie's telling her to chill. Natalie's telling her to let Dolly talk. Because this really all started because you interrupted again and inserted again. And now your friends, it's like your friends are always fighting your battles.
Mm-hmm. So now, and as all this chaos is happening, this is where you see Kold Killa run up on Tink and punches her. Yeah, sneaks her. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as fuck.
That was outrageous because you just saw so much chaos going on. And then in the big glop of people, in one little corner, you just saw a lot of people as fucking Killa runs over. It was just a swarm of people here and a swarm scattered people on the other side. I was like, this is outrageous. And now at this point, Tink is like, all right, now I want my life back. They square up for fucking 40 minutes, bitch.
Oh, yo, it was so funny. Before they go dancing and shit, it was funny because Kold Killa's like, yeah, snuggle, usher, bitch.
Yeah, she did.
I love Kold Killa's confessionals, bro.
She really did. Yo, that usher shit is hilarious.
That shit is funny. Like, I don't know what an usher is, but I love it.
Why she says that? Like, that is so different. Like, usher, like, what? Yeah. What is usher?
No, I love it so much. So yeah, now they start squaring up, they start dancing, and throughout this whole dance, right, it's a 40-minute dance. You got the girls' confessionals describing this dance. Fucking Rolly
said, I could have had a sandwich with a side of chips by now. Bro, I lost it.
While eating Funyuns.
Bro, yes! Yes! Everybody over there doing the whole...
Suki talking about, Suki and Sapphire.
That shit was so funny when they said they was doing a little tango dance.
Yeah.
But like, what?
And they're like doing the salsa.
Yes. Like they was really doing a whole cha-cha back and forth. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And they really throughout all this.
The whole time.
There was like mad time in between. And everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? So we get mad confessional, mad dancing steps. You got Sapphire Suki doing like twerking their butt up while doing this shit. Mad funny.
Kold Killa, I mean, they dancing around for a little bit to the point that me and my coochie girl, we had to get in the middle and do what they was doing. I thought they were salsa dancing.
That was so funny.
And then as this is happening, Tommy gets her intro as she's walking into the house.
Jesus.
You know, and then it comes back. And then she's like, oh, I'm hoping everything is settled now, but I really don't know what to expect.
Right.
And then she walks in and they're still dancing.
Literally.
So the Kold Killa and Tink are dancing. And Tink is like, you know, her fucking face is swollen. She can't see from one eye. Her finger apparently is like fucked up.
Fucked up.
And she sees Tommy come in and she's like, I'll fight her too. Like in her confessional, she said that. But she ends up not, right? Like they go back. Oh, and then Kold Killa gets pushed back and trips.
Oh my God, yes. And that's when you see Tink look like she's about to rush her. Then Big Lex stops it and she's like, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You had all this time. You're going to wait for her to be on the ground just to like rush in. Like, okay.
I respect Lex for that.
Honestly, Tink should have just been like, all right, you got that. I'm going to wait.
Right.
At this point. Because like you're busted up. Like just
You
wait.
look crazy, bitch.
Yeah, you look crazy.
Sit
your
down.
hand, you know, everything, your wrist, your eye. Like, just wait, girl. Wait when you're good, and then boom. Since we want to sneak, we go sneak for sneak. Right? So now, Summer and Tesehki, it's just, you know, Summer's still going off, right?
Yeah.
In the midst of all of this happening, Summer is still just chatty. And Tesehki is just walking up on her. Walking up on her. Summer's backing up. Summer's talking shit. You ain't no bully. Da-da-da-da-da. And they start fighting. And as she's like saying, you ain't no, she takes her wig off before they start fighting, by the way. Summer takes her wig off and she's like, you ain't no bully. And she's hitting, she's trying to hit, looks like she's swimming. Tesehki's dodging it, right? But then there's one part where she dead ass looks away and just does a random swing and actually hits Tesehki.
Yeah.
And then Tesehki dodges and then they're like, fighting, but it looks like Tesehki's taking it real easy on this girl still. Like, she's not even really giving her all. Like,
Yeah,
she's not going all out on her.
She doesn't look like how she looked at like Marsh.
When she fighting Marsh, when she was fighting DTB, when she was fighting even Bad Dolly, when she was fighting, who else? T-Love on that show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I felt bad for T-Love. She gave T-Love the work. Okay? I don't know what was going on. But she looked like she was really giving Summer some light ass punches.
You know, we also forgot to mention though when Tink and Kold Killa actually finally fought after their 40 minutes, Kold Killa said that she felt some air on the side of her head.
Oh my God, yes, we forgot about that.
Turns out that Tink had ripped her braid off her head.
This is crazy.
They were literally missing hair. And I'm so sensitive on my scalp, so I can't even imagine how much that must have fucking hurt. I'd be crying. I look like Summer at the end of the episode. Talking about,
Stop! She really got me so mad when she did that.
Yeah, I know. Fucking ugly ass bitch. I look like her though. My fucking hair was ripped off like that. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, she
The
said,
ugly
I'm feeling
bitch.
air at the side. And I'm like, oh, I literally see the bald spot. And I'm like, yo, these girls put their bodies through so
Hell.
much coming on this show. Like,
through hell.
it's just too much. Like, I would be very anxious all the time. All the time. Because all those people, all that energy, it's just crazy. Like, it's like there's a fight every fucking day. Like, it's madness.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Exactly. So back to, sorry, I forgot about that. But
I forgot about that too.
yeah,
Shit.
but back to Tesehki and Summer fighting, right? So now, as this is happening, this is where you see Chrisean, DJ Sky, and Marsh coming in.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important, like, you know, Tesehki is heated. She is seeing red.
Yeah.
Not capable of having a conversation.
She's like a bull right now, raging bull.
Right. Not capable of listening. Not capable of should not be in front of cameras, to be honest. Because at this point, and then Summer in the background is constantly just talking and saying crazy shit. So now I can imagine Tesehki having experience being jumped by your sister prior with walking in with the same girl that jumped you, Okay, like I can imagine how not scary, but how an alert you're ready to be. Like you know, you don't know who to trust no more. But yeah.
Yeah, so Chrisean is coming in and Summer is at the top of the stairs and balcony and she's just saying, beat her ass. And I'm confused. I'm like, she telling Chrisean to beat Teseki's ass? Is she dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Is she dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Then she started saying all this shit like, you're mad because I like your sister? Who said that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's not what this was about.
Yeah, it never was about that. And Summer is doing, like, it almost feels like Summer's trying to hide behind Chrisean.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, listen, I have no doubts that she likes Chrisean. I'm sure she does. But why are you doing the most?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. As if Chrisean, like, you and you're putting Chrisean in a compromising situation as well. Because it's like you're asking her to choose you over her sister.
Right. But Chrisean eventually ends up not really doing anything. Like, and Chrisean's energy was weird. I really don't know what to make of it. But, you know, Tesehki is crying and going off at this point. And people are so confused. Tommy's confused. She's just like trying to separate Tesehki, saying that this doesn't need to be on camera. Like, you don't need to have this conversation on camera. And Teseki's like, no, because she did what she did on camera. She said what she said on camera, right? So this can be on camera too. Because why, when you apologize to me in private, why won't you apologize to me here now in front of everybody? And it was, you know, Tesehki was very scattered.
I think she was very triggered.
She was very triggered.
And then that's what you're seeing because it was pretty much all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't know who she wanted to fight.
She did it.
She was ready for everybody. At some point, she starts arguing with Marsh. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
If y'all can, like, make of what happened there, please let me know because I tried. We rewinded it, like, must have been, like, 2 or 3 times, and I still couldn't make out.
But she said even at some point that she didn't want to fight Marsh. She fought her already. She wanted to fight Summer.
Right,
At this point.
Exactly.
Tommy and Suki are like trying to stop. I guess like they don't want Tesehki and Chrisean to fight because Tesehki was very triggered and was just crashing the fuck out. So they're trying to just make sure they don't fight. Right.
And then as this is happening, Summer's still on the top, shouting and crazy. And this is where Lex is like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You're doing too much. And then Summer gets mad that she's reprimanding her.
Yeah, she didn't care.
Yeah, and so Summer said, fuck you.
Yeah.
And that's when Lex is like,
okay, walks away.
bitch, fuck you too.
Yeah.
And walks away.
Yeah, walks away. And she could have hit you then, but she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you even see Anna even trying to run up on Summer, but security stops her. She doesn't get through.
Yeah, and then this is where Summer walks into the house, tries to walk away, but eventually she ends up coming back.
She does.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, why is she back? Oh my God. And she's trying to go down the stairs, and Lex is trying to stop her still from going down the stairs, going into the scene. And you know what's crazy is that she's like hanging off the balcony and you see her and Chrisean like Summer. Chrisean daps Summer up, which I thought was like interesting. I was like, oh, okay.
But even before that though, before that happened, this goes back to where Tesehki and Chrisean are talking. And so this is where Tesehki is talking to Natalie about her issue, which I thought was interesting because to me, I felt like Tommy, where Tommy in the background, you see, tell that to Chrisean. She keeps saying to Tesehki, tell that to Chrisean, because Teseki's saying all the problems she has about Chrisean, but she's saying it to Natalie and not making eye contact with Chrisean, which I thought was weird. But then I guess I'm like, okay, maybe that's just how she is when she's angry. Maybe she just doesn't want to talk right now. And you know, Tommy's in the background saying all that. We're to the point where Natalie's like, she's upset. She doesn't want to talk right now. She stands up for Tesehki, which I thought was pretty interesting because Natalie don't stand up for nobody.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it made sense though. To me, it made sense why Tesehki didn't want to say this to Chrisean because she knew that she was in a very heated, like, raging state. She could barely look at Chrisean without going the fuck off. So it's like, I need to get my thoughts out and I can't look at you while I get my thoughts out because you're just looking at you triggers the fuck out of me because of what you did.
I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
Because when she was looking at her, you saw how she just broke apart and she was just talking about how you got your friends to jump me and like all of those memories just kept coming back up.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you mentioned how Chrisean's energy was weird. I'd like to touch on that because I thought the same. I thought that it was interesting to see Chrisean in all this chaos be very calm and be very just even soft spoken. She didn't want to yell. She didn't want to talk over anybody. She every time someone cut her off, she would stop and be like, "Can I talk?"
Right.
You could tell that she wasn't, in the mood for any of that. Even in her confessional, she says, Tifa, I let you buck up on me. I let you yell at me. I let you get close to me. I let you do all that. And I let you talk, and you still won't let me talk.
Right.
Which I thought was interesting, because going back to the Chrisean we knew, I mean, despite all the criticisms I have of her, I will say that is a very new side of her to see on TV, because that would have never even lasted that long. Like, Chrisean throughout this entire time, even the way she approached Summer, was she walked slow. Her energy, the way she handed out her hand, it was very, very, very calm. And I thought that was interesting, because she also said, Tesehki, you crying. I thought it was interesting how she was like, "How old are we?" And I'm just like, okay, crying does not mean you're immature, right? But I don't know. Her behavior was a little interesting. I
couldn't really tell. I couldn't really take anything from it, because she was calm, and it was a different energy, but I don't necessarily know if she just understands like the severity of why Tesehki's upset. So it's like, even her kind of like, "Why are you crying?" It feels, again, very dismissive, very just like not caring about her emotions, considering what you did. Like, it's not like you just didn't invite her to an event. No, like, you got your friends to jump her. Like, that's a big fucking deal. Then you went on the internet and you said stuff. Then you went on the show, then you said stuff. And it just kept piling on top. So there's a lot that you have to kind of do if you even want to correct that friendship with your sister. So her acting like so mellow, like she didn't do anything, was kind of irritating me. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck how calm you are. That does not mean that you're right. That does not mean that you didn't do anything wrong. That does not mean any of that. And I didn't like how, like, it kind of seemed like the people that were on Chrisean's side was just trying to make Tesehki seem like she was just going off for no reason. Like, no, like, there's a fucking reason. She's triggered for a fucking reason. Nobody acts like that for no reason. And there is a deeper issue that no one wants to point at. No one wants to point at the deeper issue. People are just looking at the surface. And I didn't like that. So she was calm. It was different. But I also felt like she was still contributing to the problem. Like, even, why are you dapping Summer up? Like, I don't know. It was just a lot of weird shit where I'm like, at some point she even tells her I don't even know what this means. Bigot real quick. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
to Summer.
I don't know. I had no
I don't
idea.
know if you meant just fight her real quick, or I don't know what the fuck that means. But it was like, why are you even saying that? Like, or dead it. I don't know what she meant by that, but it was just weird. Like, I don't know. It seemed like she was cool with Summer. Did not care that Summer was saying all those things.
She seemed like she didn't care at all that she was saying all those things.
Yeah, which I thought was really, it's not weird because she said those things, but like, Summer was out of pocket and getting involved, and like, you should care that,
Yeah, but if it was something that like really hurt you as a person and really bothered you, I'm surprised Chrisean didn't even get triggered by hearing those things.
Right. That's why I'm just like, this is just weird. Like, your energy's kind of weird. Like, you're not really giving that you change towards your sister. It's giving you probably still don't fuck with your sister, and you're just trying to keep the peace. That's what it was giving. You're just trying to brush it under the rug. That's what Chrisean's energy gave to me. I didn't like it.
Okay, so this is now, Summer is still yelling from the top, all her antics, and Mariah Lynn says something interesting. She's like, Lex specifically, but like, I respect them for still, trying to put her friends in check. And the fact that she's not listening says a lot about Summer. And then, so then this is where also Chrisean is telling Summer to chill, and they're going back and forth. Tesehki, that's when Tesehki gets up there.
Right. She goes upstairs, and Dolly and Summer are up there. Everybody's up there. Well, not everybody, but Tesehki hits Summer, causing her and Dolly to fall down the stairs into security. I was like, are you serious? Like, Dolly's just there trying to tell Summer to chill, and she is caught in the crossfire. Like, and that's what this whole episode gave. Like, Summer's friends were just caught in the crossfire of every single thing that she said, every single thing that she did. And it was very interesting. I'm like, damn, how y'all both fall down the stairs?
Yeah.
Tesehki barely hit you. We hear like Tesehki saying that she's not trying to fight Marsh because Summer's the problem. But at some point, Marsh gets upset. She gets upset with Chrisean. And I didn't understand that part either.
Me
but
neither.
She was like telling her, like, I'm here for you.
Yeah,
like,
because Chrisean turned around and like went up to her like this and was like, went up to Marsh's face and said whatever was happening there.
Yeah.
And then that's why she said what she said. Because Chrisean confronted her first about something. I didn't hear it though. I tried to.
There was a lot going on, yo. I was kind of over it. I was like, wow, everybody is like, really? So then Suki is saying to Summer, you're not a friend. You're not that girlfriend. Summer's like, who friend? Who friend? And Suki says, Dolly, you're not Dolly's friend because of how you're acting right now. Then Summer goes off like, bitch, you're not Sapphire's friend, bitch. I'm like, yo, what is going on? And now Anna finally gets to get her, and she jumps over. She always finding a way to get past security.
Bro, I saw her lock eyes on Summer. She saw the opening, bro, and she ran for it
and snuck her. And wow.
I'm not mad at it. Normally, I'm coming at Anna for her sneaking. This one was well deserved. Summer deserved everything she got. Actually, she didn't even get everything she deserved on this episode.
She really didn't. She really didn't.
Yep.
Like, she was really allowed to roam free, wild, and say whatever the fuck she wanted to say. And everybody was like trying to really protect her because they're like, bitch, we don't want your face to be rearranged.
I don't know why they trying to protect her, because at this point, rearrange her fucking face.
No, at least they're doing a better job than security, because I feel like security wasn't trying to protect her either in the scene.
Also reminds me of the fact that security was also the same people that busted up Summer's face that bad.
That's what made I thought about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, though, if this is how she acts, that's not to say it's okay to hit a woman at the end of the day. But probably security's like, I'm not dealing with that because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was interesting. But now Rolly is over Summer. She is over Summer, and she grabs her,
drags her,
yelling at her. Scary. It's scary.
Like Mama Rolly, yelling at her, telling her to calm the fuck down.
Yes.
All of that.
It was scary. I'm looking at Rolly yelling, getting in Summer's face, and I'm like, oh my God, her son must have gotten that same type of treatment. Oh my God, yes, Rolly's scary.
Always sounding like she's somebody's mom.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't. And Summer's not really caring. Like, you can tell she's still unfazed. He still don't care. Still don't care. And at this point, Tesehki walking up, right? Everybody in there, and then boom, she just sneaks Summer, punches her at the side of her face. So I'm like, oh my God. And it still looked like she still held back.
Yeah.
It looked like she still held back. I'm like, wow, okay. So now at this point, the girls bring her in the house. They're really trying to protect her. Like, Chrisean's with her, brings her in the house and everything.
Yeah.
So now everyone floods into the house, and it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
And so now Summer's in this one little room, and Tommy's trying to talk to her, and she's hugging her. Summer started crying. Bro, I could not believe it. I started cracking the fuck up. I couldn't believe she was making noise. You're bawling, making noise.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's how she sound. Now y'all really need to understand that's how stupid she sound.
Oh,
and
my God.
Funniest part was Tommy saying, "Bitch, shut up." Shut the fuck up, yo.
She was bad, bro. She said, shut up, man, shut up. Jerking her at everything, like, shut up. While she's crying.
I was fucking crying. That whole scene, bro.
I couldn't believe she was crying. I'm like, really? After everything you've done, after everything you said, after all of this that led up to this, you're crying?
The audacity from that
You're
girl.
crying?
Yeah, crazy.
So now Big Lex comes in and oh my God, she's trying to stop her. She's trying to tell her to chill because this is getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Summer still don't care because she's like, you let that bitch hit me. I didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't stand up for me. And she was like, we try to get you to stop. And now Lex is getting emotional here.
Yeah.
And she's just like, wow, like I'm trying to help you. Like, and you're just not listening.
Yeah, and it's funny because even earlier in the episode, she's like, I'm not someone's mom.
Right.
I'm not someone's mom, and I get that. Like, you know, at the end of the day, Summer did too much, and at some point, your friends were taking the hit for you. So going back to the Tesehki sneak, right? At the last sneak that Tesehki did, if you pay attention, when Tesehki hit Summer, Dolly got caught up in that too, and you see Dolly
was just getting beat the whole time with Summer, yo. I can't.
She held her face like this, and she must have gotten some type of whatever from that punch. But it's like your friends are literally having to pay the consequences because you won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's crazy. So the audacity to talk to Lex like that as if it's her responsibility to fight your battles when they did the most. They were trying to stop you.
Yeah, especially when there was no battle to be had with Summer. I feel like that's like an important thing to point out. If Summer just stopped talking, there would be no Tesehki and Summer, nothing. Because at the end of the day, this is between Tesehki and Chrisean, two sisters.
Yeah.
Let them do what they need to do. Let them talk it out. And it really hurt me to see Tesehki cry, bro. Like, I felt like crying. Like, I felt the tears. Like, I felt my eye water. I was like, oh my God. Like, there was like a certain part where she was like all up in Chrisean's face, like talking about the whole situation. Then she just walks away. You just see her face. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is actually hurting me.
Yeah, it was sad to see, and that's why I question the way Chrisean was also acting, because it's like you claim that your sister did this because of the cameras, but those emotions did not scream camera time.
No,
it
didn't.
screamed this needed to be in private, and I'm triggered in front of cameras.
Yeah. And she wants an apology on camera, but she's not getting that. She wants to know why Chrisean said what she said. She wants to know why she got her jump. She wants to know why. And it seems like those questions were not answered. It doesn't seem like there's closure at all between the two.
No, definitely not.
There's still like unhealed, unresolved shit going on. And Chrisean's just trying to act like, oh, we're good because we're fine. We went to shows together. Like, no. No, you're not fine. Because as soon as she gets triggered again, you're not fine.
Exactly.
Oh, that hurt me. Oh my God, I actually wanted to cry. But man, Big Lex is going off, and you know, she starts saying that it's just really hard to try to talk sense into someone and see them just not listen to you, especially when she cares about you as a friend. And I felt that when she started crying because it's stressful.
Yeah.
Like, you're stressing me out.
Yeah.
I really don't want you to get fucked up right now because I care about you. And you're really acting like that would make me cry too, because like, how many times am I going to tell you something? You not listen. Now I'm stressed the fuck out. I'm stressed out.
And then also it's like, Summer is self-sabotaging at this point.
At this point.
Yeah. So like, of course, as a friend, it hurts to see your friend self-sabotage like that. But at that point, there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah. And Tesehki get in that room. She get in that room and then she start fighting Summer.
Yes.
And then that shit and just like that, it looks so chaotic in that room. Because Summer even said before, don't let nobody in this room. And Tesehki got in that damn room.
And I would imagine that the security is probably doesn't care what Summer wants because of, you know, when you're in corporate or something happens, there's like an incident, like a safety hazard. Now everybody gets in trouble and everybody has extra accountability and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure because Summer, it already has a reputation of being troublesome enough for somebody, a worker, to put their hands on it and completely fuck up her face. Then now security's like a little more lax when it comes to Summer because they don't want to get their hands dirty on an accident or something that happens on set.
And it also makes me wonder if that's why the girls were just extra protective of her, trying to tell her to stop because they know what the fuck happened with that said security guard. Like even Rolly, the way she just like snapped, like because and she even says in her confessional, I'm worried for this girl's face, you know, and I don't want her to fuck up her face just by talking when you just all you have to do is just stop talking.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's how she ended up getting herself into the last trouble with it. Like again, like why she ended up not being in Baddies Africa for as long as she did.
Yeah,
you know.
Man. And then the episode ends, y'all, and then we get the preview of the next episode.
Yes,
Big Lex and Summer, they're arguing, they're going at it. Fucking Tesehki's crashing the fuck out.
Crashing out.
Her and Summer are fighting. Daisy comes in, makes an appearance to fight Rolly. They fight, and the whole shit is a shit show. Mm-hmm. The BGC girls come.
That's right. And what's her name?
Persuasion
and Summer.
Yep.
They start having beef because Summer won't shut up.
Right. And I'm just like, it's looking like it's summer season. Jesus, talk about Baddies USA. Summer USA, bitch. Jesus Christ. And that is it, y'all. Another overstimulating episode. I mean, do we think that Baddies USA is going to be like the best season ever?
I'm invested.
It's giving it my babe.
It's been delivering so far. And I mean, man, the whole thing is just full of content, man.
Yeah, we could thank Summer for that because
you think so? You think Summer's the only reason why there's a lot of
Nah. I think Summer's definitely a common denominator. A common denominator, but I do think that emotions were very high this season. Like it seems like the girls coming back. We're coming back with a lot going on. Like it just felt like energy was just super high. People were going through a lot. Like even Natalie. She's not even trying to be there. I got a lot going on. She's just going to walk away, remove herself from the situation. Tesehki seems very triggered this season by like everything because we even see in the trailer she fights Marsh. So it's like, I don't know how we get there, but Marsh got her ass tossed like a salad, all right? So we really don't know what to expect. It just seems like everybody has issues this season.
Yeah, I mean,
my God.
I mean, I'm very excited to see the next episode. I think this season definitely has the potential of being the best season.
Yeah, it does. But potential.
But I also feel like what makes it what gives me that feeling is also the difference in production, like format. The editing was better. The intro song is better. The again, going back to what I said, they're not staying in the same house. It's not the same format. Even Baddies Africa started to go that direction.
Right.
So I really, really like this season because of just how refreshing it can be as far as like the setting, the Natalie not being there as often. So much changes. So much changes. So I feel like I'm very excited to continue watching this. I'm invested.
You are so invested.
I love Baddies. I do.
Baddies.
I do. I really do like this season so far.
Yeah.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, this season's crazy. All right. Well, with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.Stranger. Where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Renzi91. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
You guys can find us on YouTube and all podcast platforms at
The Petty Headquarters.
We release episodes weekly, y'all. And with that being said,
this was your weekly dose of mess.